I love your sheen.
My sheen of the heat of Supernova.
The sheen of the heat. And people trying to rub your forehead.
Yes.
For good luck.
The humidity and the sweat.
Excellent.
It makes up a supernova.
Excellent. That's what makes a sexy man. Now, you guys are pretty much at Supernova. Do you guys go to a lot of them? How does it work for you? Is it a good event for you?
It's a really good event. We find it great fun, great energy. We love doing them. We do every one we can easily get to in either by truck or by plane, which basically means we do most of the east coast of Australia. We haven't been able to do Perth yet. Really hoping to get to Supernova Perth at some point.
It's pretty far away, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 6-hour flight or about 3 days drive.
And that means, like, say for a vendor going to Perth, you'd have to bring all your stuff with you, that kind of thing. And is that a hard sort of thing for you guys?
It gets very costly, which is why we haven't done that so far. But it's good fun. So if we
Sounds
can,
good.
we will.
Excellent. So it's great to speak to you with Supernova Festival. Fantastic. Hope you guys do well. And looking forward to maybe you guys having a plush doll of the Zomster.
We actually have one of our plans is to make a big cosplay of it as well.
That is fantastic. So guys, check out Zomster if you're into Wong. Won't be disappointed.
I'm affectionate as the next man, but no. Like, that's I'm not sure if I know you behind that mask.
Actually, I have a feeling we should be killing this guy right now.
So are you enjoying your Supernova experience? You enjoying... So are you enjoying your Supernova experience? Good talk. I'm here with Howard Chaykin, a famous comic book artist here at Supernova. So Howard, how long have you been in the comic book industry for?
I'm celebrating my 42nd year.
Wow.
Can you dig that or what?
That is
I'm
great,
incredibly old.
Great anniversary.
But I look phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I have great skin.
So when did you start?
I started in 1970. Before that, I had been an apprentice, but under my own name, I've been publishing since 1970.
So what sparked the interest in comic books?
I was, at the age of 4, I was given a box of comic books, a refrigerator box filled with comic books by a cousin of mine, and I dove in, and I fell in love with them. I can still bring to mind the smell of that musty paper.
So what titles were they?
Oh, I don't remember. Just a bunch of junk. But the best comics are just basically a bunch of junk.
Yeah, I remember reading
Westerns, crime, horror, superheroes, just junk.
What was the first title that really got you going as a comic book? So you're a comic book artist by trade, or you also a writer? Or?
Yes, I write and draw. I write and draw my own stuff. I write for other people, and I draw other people's stuff as well.
Okay, so what do you enjoy more doing?
Well, generally speaking, when I'm drawing, I prefer to be writing, and when I'm writing, I prefer to be drawing. I am by nature a lazy asshole. In the best sense of the word, of course.
Of course. So you prefer drawing when you're writing. You prefer writing when you're drawing. So
I like the idea of making a living from what has ostensibly started out as a hobby. The difference is that I recognize the fact that I am a professional.
Yeah.
And that
you're making decent scratch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did you get your first big break? Was it in drawing or writing?
I was as a draftsman. I was an assistant to some great lights of the previous generation, and I was drawing really terrible stuff for the longest time. The first 10 years of my career is almost a joke. The work is terrible, and it wasn't until I got serious in my late 20s that I actually began to deliver work that wasn't shame-based.
Okay, so what kind of inspired you to do that sort of work?
Self-analysis.
Something turned you around.
Self-analysis, self-awareness, an evolving understanding of the fact that the work deserved more attention than I was giving it. and a growing seriousness. My life, as I've said more than once this weekend, is defined by deadly seriousness and casual mischief, and the constantly changing and shifting arc, knowing what is most called for of either of those two at any given time. I'm the great white journeyman of comics. I've worked on Superman, Batman, I've all that, Wolverine, all that stuff. And I've also done a lot of independent material, my own work. I'm best known for the work I did in the 80s. When I did American Flag, Times Squared, Black Kiss. I revived Black Hawk and The Shadow. And I spent 15 years working in television as a television producer.
Okay.
Working on shows. For the most part, working on shows. No, not really. I applied the craft that I'd learned in comics to what I did in television. I never worked on a show I'd watch, but I learned a great deal from what I did.
So what would you say you learned from that experience?
I learned how to service character. I learned how to structure and format a narrative that made a coherent sense with a beginning, middle, and an end.
Well, so if you had to pick one of your favorite titles that you've worked on, independent or your own work, or Marvel, DC, popular titles otherwise, what would you say your favorite book has been?
Well, not to be banal, but I'm really enjoying. Right now, I'm doing a sequel to an erotic series I did in the late 1980s called Black Kiss. Okay. The new series is called Black Kiss 2.
So that wasn't your own work. That was just something you worked on as a. That's you.
I own this shit, babe. Yeah. This is a self-created, creator-owned title. Okay. And the new series is out now. The 4th issue just came out last week, and it's a 6-issue run, and I'm really happy with it. I'm having a great time. It's incredibly liberating.
So you're drawing and writing on this title?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more about this story?
It's the story of an apparently ageless vampiric succubus and the number of transvestite doppelgangers that she creates out of whole cloth as she lives through the 20th century into the 21st.
So what appeals to you the most about that kind of title?
I really don't know. I like drawing different costumes from different periods. I'm a great fan of period work. I like drawing and I like drawing violence.
Okay, well,
I like drawing attractive women and attractive men. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it ticks all the boxes. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely suit of yours, by the way.
Thank you very much. All right.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.